What up, guys?
Hi.
It's your boy Nick Bridges back at it with
Gabby. It's me.
We're bringing something a little bit different today. It's a little bit more of a guide, how-to type of thing. So, you want to take it away and explain?
Alright, so for those of you guys that don't know us that much on a personal level, we have been together for almost 10 years. Our 10-year anniversary is actually this month, September 23rd. So, big deal. And a lot of people ask us how we do it, what's the secret. Like, holy crap, we've been together for a long ass time. So yeah, we thought we'd just do a little video about it.
Yeah, but I think the key term right now is that we've been together for quite some time, but also we're in a long distance relationship right now because she goes to vet school about 5 hours away, and I'm here and I work, you know, constantly. So
yeah, and granted, every long distance relationship is different, and we're not as long distance as we can be, but these are a few things that we think are like basic necessities to keep your relationship strong.
all right, so number one, communication. So I guess we're gonna talk about it a little bit from each perspective. Communication, I think, is a big one, because we want to make sure that whenever we're doing anything or just talking about our daily lives, you want to keep each other updated, whether it's like a text message or anything. I mean, just communicate, talk to each other several times for the day, keep each other involved in each other's lives. That's how I see it.
Yeah, basically like 100% we're each other's best friends. Like, obviously we have other friends, but at the end of the day, we pretty much know everything about each other, and we make it a point not to like hide anything or keep any secrets. And that's not saying like every second you're like tweeting each other, I'm gonna shower now, I'm gonna eat now, I'm gonna go take a nap, like, but just basic whereabouts and, like, you know, keeping each other like feeling like you're actually in each other's lives even though you don't see each other on a daily basis. Yeah. So huge number two, which I touched on a little bit, is honesty. We don't do that whole like lying or withholding, you know, that some people tend to do. Like, it's easy when you don't see each other every day to slip into like, oh, you know, you're not in my life on a daily basis, so I don't have to tell you things, I guess. But yeah, like, honestly, just don't lie to each other, because that is a quick way how to just like ruin your relationship.
Yeah, I think with honesty it comes to the point where, for me, just kind of say what the hell you're doing. I mean, I go to the club, I do whatever I gotta do, I come home, I'm like, yo, I saw some cute girls tonight. I'm super open, I keep everything flowing, and I don't see the need to hide, I guess, a lot of things. I just basically just be honest, tell the truth, but you gotta be open, you know, to hear the other person and what they're telling you, and not get angry at everything, you know, just let it go. But I think that is the biggest thing for honesty. So number three, I think this one for me is the ultimate for any relationship out there, for anybody that is in a relationship. It is the biggest thing to live by, and it's the biggest thing that breaks up relationships, especially in a long distance relationship, and that is jealousy. I don't think, when we first started, there was probably a little bit of jealousy, mostly from my end. At this point, there's no jealousy. I don't give a shit. Like, if she goes out and she wants to have fun with her friends, or she tells me that a guy is cute, or she does anything like that, I really frankly don't care, because you gotta be confident in yourself, and you have to understand that you're with that person for a reason. So screw the jealousy, man. Just forget about that. That shouldn't even be a thought in your mind.
Yeah, I personally, I've never been a jealous person, even in relationships, but yeah, no, that was a big deal when we first started dating. This guy was really jealous.
I wasn't that jealous.
He was really jealous, and I was like, we were already to the point where we were really invested and we were deep into it, but I was kind of like, I'm so sorry, but like, jealousy brings such a large amount of, I guess, like anger and aggression, and even sometimes like, I guess, hatred into a relationship, that like you might find yourself just fighting about things that, as long as you trust each other and you put that jealousy aside. Like, I have a lot of guy friends, and we do live 5 hours apart, so obviously Nick is not with me every time I go out with my friends. But the point is, like, trusting each other and not being jealous, and like going back to number 1, communication, number 2, honesty. It's just a huge help.
Yeah.
That brings us to number 4, bonding. Like I mentioned earlier, we are each other's best friends. I can spend every second of every minute of every day with this guy and not feel like bored or
not when I'm in the bathroom. Come on, I like my bathroom time.
But you get what I'm saying. Like, we share a lot of common interests, a lot of hobbies, but then it's also like we have very many things that might not be the other's forte, and it's about getting to know what the other person likes and like embracing their habits, and like sometimes you learn to love these things, or you just realize that it might be something that you never knew you loved, but then you try it out and you do things together, and it just makes things so much more memorable and meaningful when you just, you know, do things together.
Yep. All right, guys, so the last one, number 5. But before we get to number 5, oh wait, I didn't go to 5. I need to talk about bonding. Let's talk about bonding. All right.
You don't have to. You don't have to.
No. So let's talk about bonding. From my perspective, bonding is pretty simple. Just find what the other person likes to do and do it. I mean, you gotta be willing to make changes and do things out of your box. That's the bottom line. You don't want to be so closed-minded that it's all about you, right? That's a part of a relationship, and especially a long-distance one is bonding. So whenever you get time to watch a show that the other person likes, watch it, you know? Or if you get time to go somewhere with them that they want to go, and it goes both ways, right?
I mean, even like if you want specific examples, I love sushi. My mom introduced it to me since I was really young. When I met Nick, he was like, oh no, like hell no. It took a few years, but like he tried it and now he loves sushi. So that's like, you know, a big thing for us. Or what? I hate scary movies. And there's still like certain things that I refuse to watch.
She still doesn't watch scary movies.
I try though. That's the point. I try because like he loves scary movies. But like little things like that, you know?
Yeah, so let's get to number 5, but before we get to number 5, I want you to first drop a like and comment down below something that you think keeps a relationship, or a long distance relationship specifically, together. So I want to hear from you guys something that you guys think. But for number 5, outside opinions. This is the biggest one, and this one I think we both agreed on from like day 1, is we don't give a F about what anybody says or what they have to say about our relationships, or what they think of the other person, or anything like that. Any outside opinion is not welcome.
Yeah.
Well, it is it's not that it's not welcome. It is welcome, but if it's something negative and I don't feel like it's gonna help me or my relationship, we just ignore it, right? But at the same time, you gotta be open. You know, sometimes people give you good advice and you take it and you go and you do it, and then it makes things better. But at the end of the day, you gotta make sure that it's agreed with both of you guys, and don't let anybody tell you how to have your relationship or conduct your relationship, or what to do to make your relationship this way, or what the other person kind of, you know, is doing. I mean, that was something we always agreed on. We do what we want to do to make us happy, and that's part of what made us successful. I mean, we're successful. We're doing YouTube for fun, because it's just interesting, and it really takes us out of our box. But we're both successful in our own way. I have my own career going for me, with just everything is perfect with my career and my path, and she's gonna be a doctor, a veterinary doctor, so we're good. But at the end of the day, we did it all because we followed our own paths, and we listened to people along the way, and they gave us good advice and bad advice, but we made sure that we followed our hearts and what we wanted to do, and that goes the same for the relationship.
Yeah, there's always gonna be people all around you looking at you, judging you, trying to tell you this, trying to tell you that, trying to say, oh, you shouldn't do this, you should do that. And at the end of the day, it, like Nick said, it's always good to listen to advice, but everybody's different. Every relationship's different. Every individual is different. So that's where you have to take into account, you know, talk to each other, communicate, like figure out what's warranted and what isn't. And then, you know, time goes by and 10 years later you're with the same person, and you know, it's awesome. Like, you can survive anything at that point.
By the way, guys, we're outside, as you can see, so there might be some background noise, but we figured let's change up the scenario a little bit and keep it interesting. I guess that's the number, that's 5. If you guys want to see us do this again, you know, spam us on our accounts and let us know that you like the guides or the how-tos, and we could get a little bit more in depth. But make sure and drop a like, and also hit that subscribe button, guys. It's so much appreciated when you subscribe to our channel, because it shows that you like our content, and it shows that you want to be part of our lives and a view into what we're doing, and whatever. We're trying to find our lane right now with YouTube, and as we feel comfortable and we see what you guys respond to and like, we're gonna follow that route and keep pushing, right? Anything new?
Yeah, no, just thanks for listening, guys.
All right.
See y'all next time.
Peace.
All right, bye.